Good morning and welcome to my blog, Wisdom for Today. Has your parent ever said to you when you were a kid, or maybe you said this to your own child, "That's my name, don't wear it out"? You said it when maybe an argument happened and they got maybe a little bit disrespectful, or maybe they were in another room and they were just trying to get your attention and you were busy doing something else. It usually is paired with this idea of disrespecting someone's name. Today I want to talk to you about taking the name of the Lord in vain. And when most of us say that, we usually connotate to it not to swear, which most certainly it is swearing. And what is saddened about it is that we connect it to a word that means judgment. We judge someone to a very painful eternity. That's real. God doesn't want us to do that. But it also means taking his authority in vain. I saw this verse today in my quiet time as I was reading the scriptures. And I know that vanity also means ishe in the Hebrew, and also means taking it emptily, with devoiding it of its meaning, just saying it. And I looked it up in different translations, and actually it was a living paraphrase that caught my eye when it said, "Do not misuse the name of the Lord your God. The Lord will not let you misuse his name and be unpunished." So it's an idea of using God's name tritely. And we can do that. We can do that by trying to legitimize a specific opinion we have by attaching God's name to it. Or we can do it in such a way as trying to look at the scriptures just to prove our viewpoint, as opposed to looking at the scriptures trying to find God's viewpoint. The name Yahweh was so holy, which we translate as Jehovah, was so holy that in the Old Testament and in many Jewish communities today, they don't even say his name. That's how holy and reverently they took it. Now, in Scripture, God commands us to hallow his name. That's in the Lord's Prayer. And in our church, we have a season of hallowing God's name in every service. So we lift it up by definition. So I don't believe we shouldn't speak it. But I think we should be aware of the gravity of our relationship with Christ. There's that old-fashioned word, reverence. People like to make Jesus our pal, which in one sense he is. He's our best friend, our therapist, our counselor, the one we lean on in hard times. But he's also God. And there's a certain amount of weight in our worship time with him. If you have a quiet time every day, and by that I mean you read the scriptures every day, can I challenge you to maybe sing a song to God before you read the scriptures? That will help bring you down to a place of worship. Or have a moment of silence by yourself. You might not want to make it too long because you're all by yourself and our minds wander, but set your phone for about a minute of silence before you bring up to God the things you want to pray for. I am so glad for the intimacy we have to God the Father through Jesus Christ. But I don't ever want to misuse it by thinking that God's name is something lightly to be taken. It's something holy. And we honor his name the best when we honor his principles. After all, the command in Deuteronomy 5:11, not to take the name of the Lord in vain, is found within the 10 Commandments. Simple commandments that were the first 5 tell us how do we get along with God, and the second 5 tell us how do we get along with each other, by honoring each other and respecting each other. Like many of you, I'm so sad that respect is not being practiced in the general society today. May we, with our neighbors and our friends, and even people we disagree with, always show respect and honor for the image of God. In that way, we'll honor his name. And may we most certainly show respect and honor for the faith that we have in Jesus Christ. For in that way, we worship his name. I hope to see you in church this Sunday, or if not, if you don't live in the area, that you will find a Bible-believing church where you can worship God. God's blessings and have a good day.